Hello and welcome to another video. This is Dr. Sam Hijazi. This is a special video because it's going to be talking about Gantt chart. Gantt chart is not really part of the selected charts that are associated with Excel or does not come directly with the Excel, but is very heavily used in project management and also in system analysis and design. It really concerns itself with the duration of certain tasks in order to complete the project over a period of time. It does assist us in how to monitor the different activities or tasks associated with varieties of tasks to accomplish. So, for example, in this class, in this example, we have the foundation need to actually start on June 1st, and it's going to take 10 days. Walls should be ready. Obviously, they're going to take a break here or there. June the 12th, it's going to take 7 days. And June the 20th, they're going to start on the roofing. It's going to take 10 days. And then in July 1, it's going to take 5. In July 7, they're going to start the plumbing. In July, electric at July 7th. So we have really overlapping here, or doing two different tasks together. And of course, painting and flooring are going to be done within 2 days from each other. So this is what we need to get as the end result. However, we're going to go ahead and delete that, so I'll show you how to do it. First of all, know that it's very important for you not to have a label for the task. I'm not going to go ahead and say task, so it would not treat it as a part of the list of the data, so it will leave it as we talked about in previous video. I want this to be labeled. I want these to be the labels. So I'm going to go ahead and select this, and I'm going to go ahead and go to insert, and it's going to be based on a very common chart, which is the bar chart. And instead of using the cluster, which we have used before, and we need to use the stack. And I'm going to go ahead and change the view to 150%. Hopefully you'll be able to see it better. So it's 150%. And here we go. So I wanted to go ahead and also do change, because if you look at the chart, it's really kind of reversed. It's showing us a very long period of the start days. You know, the start days is the blue area here, and the duration is going to be a very small part of because the date itself, the start date, is a very long value. Remember, date is actually a number. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to really reverse the order of the date and the duration. First of all, I don't need the label because that takes away from my, and also I don't want this one here. Maybe I could add it later. But I'm going to click on this one here, and the right click, and I say Format Axis. And notice I need to go ahead and click on this one here, categories in reverse order. Now it looks more like it. It looks more than the, now you could see that the red area is going to be really the duration, and still the the duration on the date, and still the blue the blue area it's going to really span for a long date. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of this one by clicking one and click on the blue area, and I'm going to click the right button again. I'm going to say Format Data Series, and I'm going to go to the fill, and now I say no fill. I don't need really to show it at all. So here we go. There's no fill here for this one here, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure, hopefully, here we go, 1 second here. I should be clicking on the left, like here we go. See? There's no fill in the selected. And notice it's going to disappear, and that's exactly what I want. I don't want to show actually anything but the duration of each task. That's exactly what I want. But notice when we talk about the project, it doesn't start at 1st of May. It does start at 1st of June. So what did actually the chart, based on the previous fact that I have that the date here, and I had to reverse it and remove it after all. This tells me the date that actually 1st of May, which is really the number of the days that have elapsed since the beginning of 01 1900. So you notice here we say for T1000 I hope you can see it. If I added 30 to this one here, instead of saying 41,030, I'm going to go ahead and change it to 060. It's going to put us actually toward the end of May. And notice here it gives me the 31st of May, but that's not what I want. I won't really start with the 1st of June. So I'm going to go ahead and add another day, which really gives me exactly where I want it to go in the 1st of June. And notice everything else looks great. Maybe if I could go ahead and close that a little bit, I'll go back to it. The whole thing goes all the way to July the 21st. No big deal. I could go ahead and click on that again, format axis. And instead of going all the way to 41,111, I could reduce a few days. You know, you don't want to really go back all the way to 13. Maybe like 5 days would be more than sufficient. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say it was 41,111. I could go ahead and say 07. I don't want to really eliminate it all the way, so that's perfect. It's going to give me actually, let me see, it removed, no, it did actually leave it July the 16th. I had to expand it a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to go all the way to July 13, you know, on the edge of it. So again, I could go ahead and change that color by clicking Format Data Point, and I could go ahead and change that to any color I want. The original one was blue, so you could go ahead and change it to blue. But I just clicked on that twice. I should be clicking on all of them one time. If you click on a chart with columns or bar, or even with the pie chart, one time it's going to select all of them. 2 times it's going to select that specific one that you're clicking on. So now you can see that I clicked one time. I could change the whole thing to blue. Everything is blue. If your organizational culture calls for yellow, because that's your, you could do it in yellow, no big deal. If you want to do it a little bit more transparent, that's fine too. See here, and you could do a solid line around it. You could make it a thicker line. So really, it's up to you how you're going to deal with this. Let me show you here. First, I'll make it a little bit thicker. And choose it here with see that, and even you could put it as a dotted line if that's what you like to do. And you could change the gap type to rounded, you know. So this is going to look really stunning when you're trying to share it with your colleague and your boss to exactly see how a task is going, or when a task is going to start and when it's going to finish, and how some of them actually could overlap. If you don't like this for whatever reason, you could go ahead and change it, as you know, by clicking the right button, go to the fill, and change it when it comes to filling anything. I like darker, so I don't want to really do anything with transparency. I like it blue, kind of like universal for me. And here we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll continue in another video soon. Bye-bye.